I think here's a good place to get started. We'll see where all these guys end up. I guess I can also start setting up garrisons, globals, every bell and whistle we need to make this silly little AO work. Set to 20% accuracy. I'll try an 80 on the spotting, set it slightly lower. We'll see how that goes. I know they've got a new refinery creation for that. Hey, Loris, what's Zeus's call sign again? Highcom, right?
Highcom is Zeus.
Gotcha. All right. It's been a while.
That's fine, dude. It's alright.
But TP pole's all set. Forward base is marked. The northern positions need to be taken. Then we can move to using that other position as our spawn fob. And then if those get taken, we can focus on secondary positions to the south. But if you want a more tactical briefing, you can grab everyone and we can get started. But I gotta stop on the dot in 2 hours because daylight savings has my schedule pushed up a bit.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Blah. Just poke my shoulder if you get everyone. Otherwise, yeah, have at it. It's all ready to go. All right. Got 2 different gauntlets here. I want them to secure all this stuff over here so we can start using this as a proper runway. I can clear out the walls and everything. And I'm going to start designing our little patrols of everything. First hour of this, I'm going to be my normal self, loud, everything crazy. After an hour, I got to get a bit quiet because when this op was scheduled a month ago, I completely forgot daylight savings time existed. And I didn't know what
you on long range, yeah?
what set of time these guys ran with, so
I think we're going to get 3 started, so
I've got some IRL stuff
lined up.
in the second hour of this stream, so I'll get a little quieter, but we'll be managing what I can.
I'll be doing the same with my
And then we'll be a little late tonight, but we will come up with the, the Stillwater up. So I'm going to set up some standard Renegade patrols over here. This is a 40k scenario. I've got a bunch of stuff here. My garrisons for over here, for whatever reason, broke, so ouch. But I'm going to set up a preliminary one at the moment, and then we'll be fielding heavy vehicles and all this other crazy stuff. With the 31st Steel Legion, they like to have 1,000 infantry kills every mission, so I'll be doing my best to simulate that, but you're going to see me just spawning an absolute metric fuck ton of stuff, because that's how they like it. So before anyone freaks out at me, that's just what they like. Otherwise, how are you all doing? How are your Saturdays? I've got 2 announcements out for Monday ops. Getting ahead of the ball game again, because calculating stuff. We're gonna have a full schedule for next week. We're gonna hit the ground running. Then I'll probably take either like a Thursday or a Friday off in the morning, but I'll keep everything else going as needed. Yeah, no, I hope they actually do get rid of daylight savings time someday. I've heard that at least in the States they're going to do that, but it has to be done internationally because it was basically something to allow, what, farming? It give like farmers an extra hour because it was made back in the feudal ages when most of us were all in Europe or Asia, right? And then, you know, we weren't even in the States yet. But oh well, we'll see how things go. And I want to get these guys started ASAP because I got to stop them like on the dot at 5. So we'll see how things go. Righto, weird.
Samuel and someone else. And say he wasn't. Oh, what? Yeah, we were. And then
They did it once, and then all the farmers protest, and they never did it again. Nice. The thing is, I don't mind if it happens or it doesn't happen locally. I need it to either stop completely internationally or not, because it just screws with the timing of working with European, Russian, or even Asian communities.
Unless it's like last minute.
That's what I'm saying. You can't put one in. So
you gotta understand Kekman logic, Raveling.
He's just not shown up.
Yeah, righto, who? Welcome.
Quite literally has never followed what he's supposed to do.
So how you doing, Andrewza?
I just loved for months. It's like Keklin's not going to the April game. Keklin's not going to the April game. Keklin then finally.
Okay, they're not they're not starting yet, so I'm gonna keep doing my little debug thing. I got a bunch of Night Lords templated up there in case I want to deploy them in some space pods later, which I might, but we'll see. Just depends on where they decide to get their foot in the door and where I want to counter them. And naturally, I'm going to put one of these bad boys in the AO. I love this thing. It is literally a little murder ball that just has absolutely no tactical value, and I love it.
Standing by.
Put a little demon host down for a bit of fun. I'm thinking that should be good. I'll line this with a few autocannon APCs around as well. We have like a little pseudo runway here. What I'm worried about is putting too much autocannon stuff, so if they do try to, like, you know, do any air stuff immediately on that spot, it'll get engaged, but
Ready.
I actually don't think I'll have to worry about that. They should have a majority of their air stuff already back at that main base, so
Oh, man.
let's
Didn't he
see.
do this last game as well?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, last game. he
From,
pulled out
from
last
what I've
minute,
heard,
like,
he's
the
done this
night
every
of.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ball.
The last time was,
No, I don't
think it
have
was
any
the
big
night
titty
before,
bolter
it was
bitches
night
in this
before,
scenario.
he
You're gonna have to wait for the
he
5th
said he
OML.
was
That's
gone,
on
and,
Fridays.
Last minute.
Nope. You should wear white camo. It's better.
Can't even go to the April game if
Like,
I had
we were all in a call talking about
Yeah,
it.
you'd be.
They're still not briefing yet. Okay, how can we make this AO a wee bit harder? I'm thinking some hidden Lehman Russes
Hello,
here.
this is
That'll also give them targets for air to hit.
Brief starting in literally 1 minute if you're on
Oh,
long
they're
call.
waiting.
Give us a minute.
Yeah, I'll put them with their engine on so it can be bait for air to immediately engage them.
Awaiting
I don't mind that. Plus, give their air asset something to do. What, I can stick a Vanquisher back here. I'm tempted to put a Hydra somewhere back here. Yeah, we can stick it right there for, like, rear security. That should work. They're really particular about their anti-air, though, so cut its fuel, have it hidden in the back, only here to, like, hit them if they go in the absolute rear line. That should be good. What did Atlas do? He ratted me out when I was trying to troll another streamer. And, he's gonna be called Rat for a week, and if I feel like we still need to call him Rat, we will continue to call him Rat. But we're not gonna ban him or anything, because that's stupid, but he ruined my fun, so now I'm gonna ruin his fun when he comes in for the next week, and then I feel like, yeah, that's cool.
You know what? Someone from my squad. I'm just yapping at them right now on Discord.
Who?
Don't be a rat.
What did he? He didn't message me.
Still had a good amount of content yesterday, but don't be a rat.
Here at the start time, is what it said?
My def or is Steve
I'll
very
be on
quiet?
Twitch at the start time.
He is. Steve, you want to whisper?
Well, I would have liked if you have told me, because I've been really annoyed.
Well, he said he's going to be here
Oh.
just before start.
Much better.
Well,
Yeah, sorry.
that's not good either, is it?
Who is said geezer?
When I stack a lie on a lie on a lie.
The
Is,
comments aren't.
is Kecklin in C-Speak?
No.
No.
Gentlemen, I'm going to be quick with this because I have to have a hard stop at 2 hours because daylight savings is making me start within an hour of when I already planned to start. So here's the deal. Assaulting these 3 positions here that I've circled on global. If you take those, great. We can start using that forward position as the actual spawn base for next time. If we get more position, if we need more stuff to do, we can then backtrack and then start taking these positions because eventually we're going to start moving to that airfield, secure it, create a buffer zone, and then start assaulting this other island. That's the campaign plan, but otherwise for today's scenario, that is the simple plan. Any questions?
I'm guessing normal amount of air contact.
Normal amount of stuff we've always been fighting. They've been playing a lot more of their hands now that we're assaulting the main island, so I would expect things like Space Marines, Hydras, big-ass giant wheels with guns taped to them. It's the whole 9 yards.
Okay, sweet. Alright.
Okay, we'll keep it
AO's live. Good luck, have fun.
what I'm going to do.
But my goal with Trojan Wolf is bully him a little bit, but don't, like, absolutely bully him, because with things like these, they're subjective, of course, but, you know, you ruin my fun, I'm going to ruin your fun for a little bit, and then I'm going to forget about it, because I've got much more important shit to do, you know? And if anyone has a problem with that, well, they can kick rocks. Let's see. I still find it funny that Vic said she hoped that I took an RPG, and then Bloodwind was like, hey, why don't you just die right now? And then I immediately got hit by an RPG. And promptly wrapped the stream.
Copy. Welcome.
Shit like that, man, just has me howling sometimes. Anyway, we're going to have this up for the next 2 hours. Once again, when we get to the top of the hour, I'm going to get a little more quiet because we're going to start having people over because I have a monthly game night and because daylight savings time is what it is, which is why I hate it. This got bumped back by an hour, so I was supposed to immediately, well, start this stream because this op was supposed to start an hour ago, but daylight savings. So this op was supposed to finish, and I was immediately supposed to start that game night, but now there's an hour overlap, so that's why I'm going to be quiet in the second hour, but I'll still interact with you guys and make sure these guys have a lot of fun, because that's what I'm... Literally, that's my job. But then we'll be back later tonight for a nice little Stillwater raid. We found the, what were they? Missionaries? Yeah, 2 missionaries we're trying to find. We are going to basically go in and grab them. I have a secondary task of trying to find any statics and grabbing them for some pay from the company because I need the money. And then the week after that... Okay, they're doing their little cheer, cheer, hear stuff. All right, because that's the script that comes up with it. But then the week after that will be in a, I think 9 out of 10 of the hours for an op because next Saturday it's going to be... potentially a morning op, then a Gears of War op, and then that for 9 hours. So it's going to be a bit of a super stream. I have no idea how the looting is going to work in that one because I am definitely going to be looking for all the scoped weapons I can, but... man. Because in that scenario, I'm definitely a rat. I will definitely steal anything I can get my damn hands on that isn't nailed to the freaking wall or table by scripts. But we'll see how that goes. And then, let's see, tomorrow, probably we'll do some mission dev or some other Arma or jump onto a random Arma stream or stuff in the evening because I've got nothing for Sunday. Sunday, I'm going to be in Baltimore for a Greek parade and some cake testing for my wedding. But then Monday, we'll pick it up with 2 operations. The first is going to be some Romanian mercenary stuff in the Congo, just clearing out some mountaintop positions that have some trenches dug in them, so some nice mountainous forested trench warfare. And then the second op will be some more Vietnam stuff. Tuesday will be my off day, which is actually finally going to be an off day. So I'm looking to stream either some repo with some people, or I'll do some Sea Power. Maybe some Homeworld 3 if I can find the damn people to play with, at least for the Wargame stuff. But, yeah, Wednesday we'll then pick it up, 2 more ops, and then Thursday will be an op, Friday will be an op. You know how it works. A cake date for free. Well, you had to pay for the tasting, but it's Greek stuff, so don't worry about it. A little bit of pay, but
Understood.
just another wedding chore.
Overlord long mission.
If I do repo, would I let you join? Yeah. We'll organize it, like, probably Monday night, but, yeah, it just depends on what I'm feeling. Alright, they're all starting to get organized. They just called Overlord for the fire mission. Overlord is, like, their overall ground commander, and then my call sign will be HICOM. Player count for this mission is about 30, which is typical for the 31st. And if you ever want to join them and have a massive target-rich environment and get a bunch of kills, you can just type !31st. They operate usually at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard, but, you know, for some time zones, it's a little further out. Also hydrate. Bloodwing is not here to waterboard me, unlike last night, so I'm thankful for that, at least. And then, of course, all of this dev was done by Valkyrie. If you've noticed, though, I've already taken out some of the buildings up here, all the custom stuff over here, and the custom base over here, because I don't want it to consume extra resources. Though, I mean, even with the profiling build running... Yeah. Yeah. Arma 3, it's amazing what this damn thing runs now. I can't tell if they just armored the Vic somehow, or if there's a dude in there just getting constantly run over. Is he okay? I don't think he's okay. He's under the Vic?
Lancer to Icon.
Send message.
When you got time, could we have 2 driver bots, please?
Added to you or to you and the other guy next to you?
Added to me and the other guy.
Done.
Thank you.
They use AI drivers. Alright. I know for a fact they're going to at least be able to take out this northern part so we can then move the fob over there for the next mission file. By the way, with these guys, we're going to have 2 missions in April and then 3 missions in May to make up for the fact that they double booked 2 weeks ago. And like an idiot, I told them, yeah, that's fine. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just said, well, I should have been a bit more business-like and go, well, you know, that's still my time, so should have still made them pay for that one, but that's fine. I'm too easygoing. Oh, well, I'll get more serious. I'm taking a few more, what do I call them? More people are starting to book me now for the summer, so I gotta actually be a bit more aggressive with my schedule, so. Don't double book me, please.
Oh, there's someone wants to. Overlord squad's briefed up and we're ready to move.
Alright.
This is 1-2 to Overlord. We're good to go
This
as well.
is still like the dumbest thing I've ever found, but I love it. I love it so much. It's literally just a bunch of plasma guns that fire on the sides, but not in the front. It just goes everywhere. I love that thing. It's the definition of a useless glass cannon. And yeah, it spins.
Lancer to Overlord, we are good to go.
Alright, so I think the exit's right there. They just gotta drive through. Some resource points over here if they want it, but I gotta figure out how to be a bit more aggressive with those positions. Dark Age tech right there? Yeah, right. Plasma Porcupine. I like that one. But we'll let them get in the AO, see where they're going, and then I'll start sending counterattacks from the south, probably at the platoon scale. So we're looking at about 4 squads per attacking group, and then I don't know. We'll see how close they get up to here. I'm definitely going to reinforce this position by quite a bit. Put a few more things maybe in small little tactical areas like under this bridge, and we'll just play it from there. We've got a Valkyrie and an Avenger in the air. So they've got a gunship and basically a flying... I wouldn't call it an A-10, but a Sky Raider, which is the prerequisite of the A-10. No, the precursor would be a better term. Basically a bunch of pylons, a frickin'... Well, no, it does have that GAU 8, so technically A-10, never mind. He has a massive target-rich environment, though. I'm just worried if he flies too far this way, he's going to start aggroing. Yeah. I mean, bro is flying right over the valley, so yeah, the AA is going to immediately find him. He knocked the tracks out and the gun out, so that crew disappeared. Alright, fair. I've got another Hydra back here, so they're already wild weaseling. I'm curious, though. That man... Yeah, his hull's a bit effed. Oh, he might be dead. Nope, he's... Oh. Bro needs to bleed altitude, otherwise he's gonna get utterly screwed. His instruments are down, his controls a little messed up, so his inputs are gonna be a little heavy. Yeah, now the ground's starting to absorb most of those rounds. I try to put AA in positions where it's not gonna completely cover the AO, so if the pilots need to get away, they can, but bro flew right over that one. Ground forces are waiting things out. I'll probably have QRF come from that airfield mainly, but we'll see how these units push in. Yeah, I've got a lot of other static emplacements, though, around, and then some vehicle emplacements as well, so it can be hard sometimes to balance just how much I want to put down beforehand. Now, with the profiling build, I can put down a lot more, but, you know, after Zeusing this game for 9 years, it still takes me a little bit to get in the mindset of, okay, yeah, I can use a lot more if I want to. But even then, I still like to optimize everything that I can, just so I can deliver the best experience that I can, you know? So we got 2 Trojans, we've got 2 Chimeras, we have a Taurus. Is that a Taurus or I think it's a Taurus actually with an X, yeah. Taurus Prime. And then 2 Lehmans. Air just came in with an air superiority fighter. They're once again gonna Wild Weasel my AO. He just caught that. He's on defend only now, though. And I've got other air ground assets that are completely panicking because of that. And, of course, they're going to now drive into the ocean. Great. Awesome, guys.
Lancer, this is Overlord, man. Lancer, you're clear to lead us out when ready, over. Copy, moving on.
This thing's now a submarine. So the reason they just did that is because they just panicked because of the air asset coming in. So they've all switched to defend only, and it routed their positions, which is a bit annoying to deal with, but that's fine. That's why you can Zeus micro them. Oh, my ball freaked out. I'm hearing static clicks here. Please tell me that isn't on. There's a certain feature within TFAR that creates those noises, and I hate it.
Lancer, be advised,
That's
you've
IMS,
spotted
not...
some enemy Lehmans bearing 210.
Yeah, alright, so we're gonna hear some clicking in the mic from some sounds because object coefficient or intercept is on. This is what causes those little clicking noises. It's a bit annoying, but what can you do? Alright, they're starting to move their assault here. I'm probably gonna spawn a platoon over here. I'm gonna get them prepped.
Standing by. Ready.
Yeah, so they're immediately gonna start engaging everything. The presence of air might slow them down and immediately put them on aggro mode, though, but that's fine.
Roger.
I'm going to send the crew in to also push with the assault, because that's 5 bodies. And again, we're trying to get this number to 1,000. That's how they like it, at least. Oh, that thing just got one-tapped. All right. Right, I cut your fuel. Let me fix that real quick. Why are you wobbling without my position? Bro just got immediately blown up.
Lancer. What kind of contact are we facing, over? I have infantries with man pads and some Chimera from the northeast. Okay, that all infantry deploy and engage the area.
He just hit a few trees there. Jesus. Looks like it decrewed the group, but a little messy there by the pilot getting a little too close for that one. Alright, Ogrins are on the field. I'm worried that this platoon of infantry isn't going to be close enough to really do anything. What I might have to do is just have them join this crew and hope for the best, where they can just run in. But we'll see on the stats. They've got some decent Overwatch positions coming around over here as well. What I can also try to do is get some additional vehicles to come over the hilltops here. That'll give Air something to chew on. Hey, righto, Tucker. Hope you keep enjoying everything, man. Let me also mobilize some local forces. I'm talking militia here. As a bit of cannon fodder. In some other areas, I can just do simple teams because that also has an AT launcher. And then as they start getting a little closer, I'll start making some heavier stuff come in, like, oh, little tough landing right there. Probably some cultists and whatnot when we get into some more heavy CQC. I'm waiting for Fudgehead McGee here to start shooting. He doesn't seem to want to, though, and then we had a pilot. The Avenger got knocked, and he's drowning. I don't know if that was done by the vehicle over here, but he's back on defend only. So who knows? We're at 72 kills with their first spearhead. That's not bad. Ah, that's because the entire platoon got wiped. Okay, well, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Awaiting orders.
By grouping them all up to a frontline unit, I can just immediately have them all run over the damn hill. I'm assuming that was the pilot that just drowned, yep. How did the Ogrins get in the vehicle? Don't ask me questions, bro. I don't know the answer.
We're currently holding up the building, just taking straight fire from the camp over.
Alright, that QRF group's getting wiped. I'm gonna start deleting a few things behind them just to help with some frames, because this is getting down to like 25, 30. Yeah.
Also get yourself somewhere where you're going to be able to take cover from artillery in case they drop it on us.
I don't know why, but these guys, like the smoke trails that vehicles make, it's a lot of particles. So that impacts performance quite a bit. So whenever we have a smoke billow going out, I try to find the source and remove it quickly. But as you can see, we just have quite a bit around. Which limits me on my vehicle use a little bit, but I'll wait till they get a bit closer, then I can really send some stuff. Twitch image is me driving the Doom Ball? Hell yeah. Technically that's an MG-13 because you have the magazine loaded from the top. That's a World War I era machine gun, if I recall correctly. I'm debating here what else to send. I think we'll do some more Chimeras.
Ready for orders. Waiting. Copy that.
Using multi-lasses on the hilltops there. We're up above 100. That's good. Timing-wise, though, the time-to-kill ratio is a bit low for what I'm used to, so we'll send another QRF team from over here. This one will be at a bit of a longer range, so I'll put them right here at a spawn.
Ready for orders.
That's actually...
Awaiting orders.
Ignore last.
Copy that. Understood.
And I'll split them into two parts here.
Ready.
I also need to put some red air up. I think it's about time for that, so let me go ahead and get some Valkyries spawned in. That's going to require me typing in here. I think a pair of them would be good. I think for now, I don't want their armor targeted because they're actually doing a pretty decent job, so instead we're going to equip them with some bombs and a rocket pod. Same with this one, because by default they spawn with Hellstrike missiles, which are a pretty powerful AGM. That way air can have something in the sky to chew on, but they won't really last long. They're low-flying gunships. Think like Mi-24s. They get annihilated very quickly. But they are fun little force multipliers, admittedly. So from here, we're trading some shots. The green lasers are from the Blood Pact units that I'm mainly having as preset garrisons. All the stuff that I've been sending at them has been... Oh! I think Bubbles hit the ground. Because there was nothing here to hit them, and these don't have air-to-air, so I'm pretty sure Bubbles just... Yeah. Bubbles shit the bed there. Also, I need to start making, like, air defense on airfields here, so I can have a safe spot to spawn all of those units. But, yeah, that's one air kill for a mountain, I believe.
Lancer to Overlord.
This is a Vulture, so it's an even more powerful gunship, just doesn't have a crew compartment, but yeah, that man is, about to have some fun. We're gonna put some cultists on him.
Target neutralized. On the way.
Because this is deep enemy territory here.
Waiting. On the way.
Assemble one.
Yeah, I'm gonna be nice about it first.
Push it up to the next set of buildings.
Understood.
Negative. Hold
Have a little bit of
position
delay
for
on
one
him to give him a
moment.
chance, but he's not gonna be able to flip that vehicle. So best he can do is set explosives and run.
That next group of buildings. Get yourselves ready as soon as we reach them and we've cleared them out. Get yourselves moving past those buildings further northeast.
Okay, these got immediately shot down. That's fair. I need to spawn my
Oh,
air
this
support
is
from
one
even
too.
further
You want
away.
us to
I'll
wait
probably use this
for
little
Donegan
hilltop
to
over
catch
here.
up, or-
Or the little island.
Negative. Go. Lancer, this is Overlord. This Lancer.
Infantry are now pushing.
Thanks towards the position you want to currently taking.
Oh, I totally want to sacrifice him if I can capture him, but
Will do.
that's the question. Can we get to him? Alright, we're going to go into Blood Pact Infantry here. These are my more powerful units. I can also spawn them in much bigger amounts if I want to, but I'm going to stick to fire teams for now.
Roger. On the way.
They're the guys that shoot those fun little green lasers, and the squads can be like up to 16 people. Damn, alright, so Zemio's immediately going to pick him up before my units can even get up there. I knew I should have just pushed him. That's okay. We'll send them up far. Ah, okay, the Hydra got disabled. And now that they are pushing, I can spawn some cultists in here. They've got more CQC style weapons. Close quarters combat for anyone who doesn't know. No, Chaos Marines, not yet. They're for later. I want them to be drawn in a bit more closer to the city, and then I kind of want to use some of these positions here as landing zones because the terrain is rather sloped everywhere else, and I don't want the pods to ricochet. Even though that if I do it the scripted way, they won't ricochet off the ground. It's scripted to land like flat, but that might create some weird crater textures, and I just don't want that to happen. Or is that a las cannon or an arc cutter? I can't tell. Either way. Big laser. Would the 31st be up for a pay for paint op? I don't think so. Mainly because their armor and pilots are very particular about how they play, and knowing how pay for paints work, those would be the first things to go down. And I don't think they would appreciate that.
Feel free to move past them, over.
Understood.
They have a very particular play style, and I wouldn't want to introduce a pay for paint on that one. I think the Melta gun just disabled the APC there. Now you got the infantry all charging in. I'm sorry, it's amusing to watch him charge the infantry like that, man. At least it is to me. let's do some body deletion here, try to keep the server well maintained. That cultist group is just refusing to leave, so... I was about to end key that vehicle, but it looks like they got it with the explosives, so it'll trigger to respawn efforts good. And then we need to bring some more militia in over the hill.
Ready. Awaiting orders. Standing by.
And then to get them to move in quick, I like to just attach them and they'll come running. Alright, we're at a quarter of our quota. That's good. I think from here we can start spawning in some armored QRF. We can say it was hidden in this little fire station complex here. Let's go with some CSAT Tigris. I'm just kidding.
Ready for orders. Awaiting
I'm going to keep it simple. We're going to do 2 Chimeras to start. Take them a second to wake up. Then we're going to go up to Blood Pact, and we're going to do some Stubber Taurexes. So 1 here. And then we're also going to do an autocannon.
Copy.
It'll take them a second to initialize the pathing, but should be fine. So another reason I keep a lot of bodies down is because of their medical system. They've got something called, God, what is it? Narcium, that's it. So if they have a dead body, they can extract a unit of Narcium from it, and then they can use a unit of Narcium to give someone a full heal. So that's why I delete bodies later. Titan counts as 1. I'm going to be honest, the Titans I wouldn't really do in this territory because they're going to get stuck between the buildings. They're not really good at moving up mountains. And even then, every time I've used a Titan so far, they've been a bit disappointing. To the point they immediately get mag dumped by air and armor. So I usually use them in platoons. And this terrain is not good for Titan movement. You'll see Titans later in the campaign. We had Titans on this island in the previous mission from like a month ago. But on this particular AO, you're probably not going to see any Titan use. And when I say Titan, we're talking about Warhounds. We're not talking about, like, the real big-ass Titans. So don't worry about that. Alright, those units are getting slammed. They're making good contact here. We got some units that are a little close for CQC here. I agree, the Knights are better for scale. Still, same issue I have, though, is that the Knight is tough to work with in this terrain, and it will also get killed very quickly. I could do some smaller Knights. What are those called? It's like War something. I could do some of those, but I want to wait till they get a bit closer. What are those called? Warhounds? No, that's a Warhound. If they even have the mod, mind you. War Dog, that's what I'm thinking.
This is on the guard to Hammer 1-2, message over.
I can do a War Dog, it's small enough in this terrain.
Imperial Knight near our location. Hammer 1-2 copies. We will stay away from that. That wasn't the message. The message was we found Johan one down.
What the heck is this? Oh, that's him. Oh. Come on, buddy, kill them. Oh. Alright, I'm not seeing any desyncing spikes here, but definitely his commands are getting a little throttled. I didn't end key that, by the way. He just got shot and exploded. Suffice to say, their weapons are very powerful. Though I am amused, we're seeing warp fire coming from that demon host right there, though, and it's hitting the top of this building, so. I agree, our scene that might be a little bit effective, but again, we'll do it a bit later.
Management 1-2.
Send it.
It's a nice day.
Copy.
We killed one armature, yes.
Armature, that's another term for it, yeah. Gonna remove some of the bodies over here. And a few of the bodies forward. We still have the vehicles coming in. I've got a team that's uncon over in the ocean. Let's get rid of them. Anything that might be taking some pathing resources away from the main battle should also always be deleted. Avenger just went down. Kills are looking pretty balanced, though. I'm gonna try to put a hostile Avenger in the AO, but no promises. That I can't put from the island, but let's see what happens.
Ready. On the way.
And then if the Valkyries are just gonna be immediately engaged, I'm just gonna put them on the small island over here and call it a day.
Waiting. Waiting. On the way.
And again, Air will probably move over and chew on them. Oh, Bubbles just popped. I have no idea what popped them, but these air assets don't have any air-to-air missiles or anything, so I don't know. Could just be a total ground fire. Alright, armor's starting to move a little more forward than I want them to go, so we're going to go under specialist squads here. We're going to give them some AT. Just to make sure they're not rushing ahead.
Awaiting orders. On the way.
My Avenger just got in the AO, so it's going to start trying to find an angle to hit enemy armor. They've got one air asset in the AO, but it is a Valkyrie. I got the multi-las to mess with him. If I wanted him dead, I'd use the main Gao, but nah. It's more fun to prolong the kill. God, I forgot how bulky this thing is. It's a flying whale. So something got smacked down there. Valk is trying to land. And they've pretty much taken this section of the area here. Okay, they just wanted to defend only, and they're hovering because they detected another air asset. Come on, guys. Oh, do better, please. Come on.
Roger. On the way.
I got a random 5-man team that doesn't want to move in. That's fine. Yeah, some standard fire teams with a few AT launchers. That wouldn't be too bad.
This is Bounty to Bastion.
Bounty to Sebastian, send message.
Can I get a medic to my position on the Raven down mark? I have a down pilot.
A5 Thunder, every in the way.
Again, we're not trying to murder them all. It's not that type of mission. Despite I know all of you in chat probably want to see me murder them all, but we have a job to do.
Overlord, this is 1-2. Our area seems to be clear.
Summer 1, we're still sweeping our area. We're just dealing with a lot of enemy infantry right now.
Copy that.
Those go forward, they should have hit the ground, but oh well. Okay, so they're medicing a pilot to then get them back to base. And then these guys down here are still moving around the city, but they've got this mostly secured. Oh, my Avenger just went down and nearly kamikazed into into the air asset. Perfect. Please don't. You guys literally had the entire AO. Why would you... Why? Why? As soon as I saw that on the map and how close they were and what they were doing, I'm like, ah, they better not freaking ram it. Eh, they rammed into each other. Yeah. Arma AI in a nutshell. Usually what'll happen is, like, one will go on top of the other and it looks really cool and cinematic, and then, you know, sometimes they just go, haha, screw that, and then they just...
They
do that.
To combat zone.
They just do that. And it's mildly infuriating. That was awesome. Do it again. Yeah, great. I'm glad you find chaos entertaining. Now go pray to Slanesh. Let's see. Let's get a CQC team in. Oh... Yeah, okay, there goes... Actually, minimal damage, but they did blow up a few buildings, and... Yeah, okay.
Copy that. Copy that.
Damn. Ouch. Just fall through the roof, that's cute. Alright. I'm hearing clusters going off. Yeah, not the infrastructure. That guy's gonna instantly kill me. Yep. Ogrins just kinda eat bullets and lasers in this game. It's as if they all had a heavy shield that was invisible and, like, you know, constantly on them.
Ready. On the way. On the way.
Alright, sending in some more infantry from the hilltop. We have a drone right here. What is this, servo skull? Yeah, it's a servo skull. Alright. That's a DayZ command, dude.
This is Overlord message.
Why you gotta do this to me?
This is Panthera, go for it.
Alright. You've done it now.
We need a repair on our
You get
Chimera
goats.
marker Overlord Chimera, east side of town, please.
Roger that. Taxi should be en route. Panthera.
Oh, cool. The AI are retreating. But this displeases me, so I'm just gonna group them into another group and send them in forward. Let's see. We're a third of the way through quota, and we are on time. Well, no. No, we're 40 minutes into a 2-hour block, so actually, no, we're on track. That's what I want to say. The Chaos Goats, yeah, right? Alright, what else can I remove here to stop that silly little amount of smoke and whatnot? Alright, that should work out. Let's get some more cultists. They're close enough.
Ready. Copy that. Copy.
You know what'd be mean? Where is this on a map? Alright, that little... Cool. I really hope there isn't a malicious Zeus that might see, you know, all those players, like, grouped up in a certain way and decide, hey, it'll be really funny.
The full sign overall, as soon as you're ready, you'll start moving into your next zone.
They'll arrive in about 30 seconds. Oh, and the tanks are leaving. They're all starting to mount back up in their vehicles. This is going to be a nightmare for anyone left behind. Uh-oh.
Let's have to overload. Have you ordered to push in the next town, right? Hey, Tom! Copy.
Overlord, this is starting drop pod is landed on rear.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, Mr. Crab! Oh. Is that a call for HACOM? I guess not. Bro just Hail Married a grenade, and because all the vehicles were close to each other, it caused a massive cook-off.
Can't do too fast.
All right, hold on. Can someone explain who knows how Warhammer 40K works? Can someone explain in lore terms how that was possible?
Overlord, this is Sebastian. Southeast contacts have been cleared.
Because I feel like that.
Copy that. Well, if you need to regroup, do so. If not, then start get
I feel like that one was questionable. Lore-wise, like I don't feel like that's how it's supposed to work. But you know, maybe I'm wrong. I could definitely be wrong. Yeah, or man with zappy stick, right? I guess the zappy stick? The gods were displeased with that Night Lord? I guess they were. I guess they were. I got nothing.
Standing by. Ready. On the way.
Commissar was a demon spawn? I guess. Even though I think that would be heretical, but you know, what do I know at this point? Whew. Secret child of the Emperor, I guess. There's no telling at this point. I don't know. That's not supposed to happen.
Ready for orders. Copy.
All right, we're gonna put 2 heavy squads in. I'm gonna start putting a bunch of reinforcements along the rear.
Ready. Understood.
And I assume, yeah, gunlugger. So that was one of the Ogrins trying to speak.
This is Tanji.
He did a good job.
Understood. On the way.
And air got immediately annihilated in the AO again. I don't know what's immediately killing air, to be honest. Maybe they're just flying too low and getting engaged from multiple different angles. Who knows?
Ready. On the way. On the way. On the way.
Then again, I keep watching these Valkyries just hit the trees, and I'm like, are they good? That just got hit with something huge. How's the scoreboard looking? Pretty good spread. We're at 451 for 11 deaths, but I don't trust that death counter because these guys, again, can usually insta-heal each other. It's just a matter of do they have the capacity to. Oh, looks like they woke up in the crew compartment there. No, the other one got smoked. This one's still up, though. And that gun is definitely on a swivel.
Ammo 1-2.
Waiting. Standing by.
Start setting up this group. Are you on the phone trying to talk to them? Hello, heretics. We're gonna kill you soon. Oh, okay. No, it wasn't soon. It was now. Did that just melt to you, or did you melt to yourself? Because I have a feeling we just caught you melting yourself trying to lift the gun up but shooting the ground instead of the vehicle. I think the AI just... AI have not impressed me tonight. That's the second instance of them self-terminating. Make it make sense. Because it doesn't make sense to me.
Ready. Solid copy.
Hello, this is Hammer 112 Foundry
Okay,
requesting
when in
a
doubt-
mirror repair as we've just been heavily damaged.
When in doubt, I'm going to send them one at a time so they trickle in.
Copy that.
Copy that.
On the way.
Send more air assets. It'll work this time, right?
Foundry to Hammer 1-2.
This is 1-2, go ahead.
Your cameo is marked at the LZ cameo drop. It's here for you.
Here, I'm going to have a frontline element of these guys on the
Oh,
ground.
thank you, right there.
Ready for orders. Copy that. We'll go.
Foundry, this is Overlord message.
Wolf pack of war dogs. I was debating that.
New Overlord Chimera marker, require repairs, over.
Roger that, tech precision low.
But I think I already have enough on.
Over that.
A big amount of stuff here got annihilated. I have another idea. I have another idea. This is the way, all right? All we need...
Standing by.
No, I'm not going to make them fly. They're literally going to drive over.
On the way.
Isn't there a specific land... or, like, unload on land? I think just get out works. I think I'm thinking of Lamb's commands, that's why.
Roger. Roger.
I don't think Space Marines would fit on a boat.
On the way.
Why are y'all hitting each other? Oh my god, they actually engage from that angle. That's adorable. Didn't I send Space Marines this way? Where'd the Space Marines go?
died?
The grenade still got him. Okay, once again, I ask, is that cannon? Are they supposed to be able to walk up to these and just, like, tap them a few times and they just fall over? Is that how it works? Yes? Okay. Okay. Let me tell you, the Titan Warhound, it would have the exact same effects. Speaking of stuff, where's my air assets? Oh shit, it's actually here. Excellent. Are you guys... Nope, they went to defend only, because of course they did. Come on, guys, I need you to be aggressive here, otherwise you're just kind of in the water consuming resources. Alright, militia teams and specialized groups, let's go.
Ready. Solid copy. On the way. Waiting.
Little boy, attack! Alright, and then I need a large amount of QRF to come from another angle. Let's go with assault squads. And my boats are sinking. They are screwing with the boats!
Ready for orders. Copy.
Did he just ram the boat with his... Yes, he did. Okay. Oh, that's blood pack, so we can delete that. We got some infantry back there just kind of doing their thing. Oh, God. Bro, those are trees. Get up. That's not up. The trees were too powerful, I guess. Alright, let's see. That's blood packed. This is probably also blood packed. Yep. Map macro view. That's one of theirs, so I don't want to delete it. They all drowned.
What's your situ over there, over?
Sector 2 is clear, push it over to Sector 3.
Copy that.
Great.
This is Hammer 1-2, go ahead.
What's your status, over?
I'm still picking up my men after we got blown up by that drop pod.
Acknowledged.
And I will drop pod you again. It was funny. Oh, speaking of, we do have the ability to drop pod again. Hold on. Where is it? Drop pod. Make a copy of that. Make a copy of them. Put them in the pod. Drop them on the butt because it's funny. It's gonna go right here. Because I'm trying to now drop them off on the rear line to engage them from that angle. Come on, shoot him. Yes. Well, he just got his freaking chest blown out. That's unfortunate.
Bastion, Lancer 1-2, message.
Lance 1-2, this is Bastion, send message.
Mazcaz on Overlord's position.
This is on the CAD, can confirm.
Ouch. Alright, I'll be right back 1 second.
Lance 1-2, this is Bastion. Wait 1, we are waiting vehicle repairs. Dealing with space in contact.
This is Bounty, I've already repaired you.
Thank you, Roger.
Well, that didn't really last long, did it? Didn't you just kamikaze? But yes, he did. Alright. What are we on from macro? There's a lot. Oh, and they killed all the goats. Lovely. This is 31st. So if any of you recognize, this is Shepard over here. We sometimes see him on stream or in 5th OML Ops. I'm just deleting all the stuff on the rear at the moment. Appreciate it. So I'm gonna take this area.
Ready for order.
All right, what are we at? We're at 680. Hour in. We should be fine. Out of boats, out of options. Now we'll put some stuffers on them. Helps if they have crew.
Standing by. Standing by.
They're taking some plasma fire from, actually it looks like a las cannon, but I know we don't have any of those around, so. I could pull some warp stuff on them. Yeah, no, actually, let's set that up.
Choose violence.
Always choose violence. Violence is always the answer. Let's go with right here.
Standing by.
Alright, how we do this is, just group a bunch of guys together. We're gonna pop some purple smoke for a warp effect. And we'll probably put them in between the infantry going in and the ridge stuff, so... Free smoke grenades, get a little bit of range out like that. Let me check the spawn in. Yeah, they're all close together. Let the smoke billow out a little bit. And spawn them in the smoke. The issue is if too many particles are on the map, like too many vehicles cooking up and whatnot, it diminishes the smoke, which makes it a little less effective. So I can't always get away with it like that. Clean up this other drop pod back here. We got a bunch of blown out vehicles back here. I'll go ahead and start removing those. I can remove that rear drop pod as well. That. And we can clean up some of the rear vehicles out here as well and try to stabilize the server a bit better. In the meantime, let's just spam a bunch of stuff on them to kind of box them into this city. Then we'll give them a breather so they can regroup, and I can deal with all the people in my house, because Bloodwing is not here yet. The goober.
Ready for orders.
Seen some slight lag spikes, but that's because I'm also hearing a bunch of cluster bombs going off. I don't care how many profiling builds we have, we are never going to optimize cluster bombs for this game. You know what I'm talking about. It sounded like at least 2 or 3 just got dropped. Maybe 1 at a time, sure, but 2 or 3. And God help you if they're leaf flip bombs. I remember they worked when they were first introduced, and then they never worked again. They'd always crash the server.
Copy. One more. Check out those buildings going towards southeast. I've just put bombs around them.
On the way.
Well, go, pushing up.
Alright, 700 kills so far. And Air is immediately killing all my QRF.
Overlord, where do you want 1-2 in this?
I have an idea.
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Feel free to
Oh,
move
yeah,
yourselves
that's why.
down to the
They
south.
just dropped another cluster.
Just hold the position now. We're fighting up this enemy counterattack. Then we'll regroup.
That's pretty dope. Trying to think here. Let's get some chimeras down to be forward elements here.
Solid copy. Ready for orders.
1 Punisher, 2 or 3 battle cannons. Bloodwing, honey, you home?
Ready for orders.
Or is that...
Understood.
She's home? Alright, awesome. I don't want to say your name out loud because I'm streaming, so...
Ready for
Lancer to Overlord.
on the way.
And there goes
Where
Bubbles
the
again.
enemy counterattack is coming from? South, over.
Understood.
South from the objective we just took. Copy.
Appreciate it.
Someone want to Lancer. We're seeing
At least
multiple
Bloodwing's upstairs
Liru
dealing with
contacts
people instead of getting me killed in
188.
stream. That's fun.
188.
Alright, take care of some of the bodies back here. Hydrate. I have one more evil idea. Hold on.
Lancer.
Never mind, Air has
to
this
icon
completely
message.
boxed in. Send message.
I got rolled over by Arma fleet. Could you please help me out?
Can you ping? Just mount the vehicle. Alright, where's that fun little thing? Let's go!
Full side, Eagle Wing is tank coming from the south.
The question is, am I going to kill myself on a tree? Or am I going to actually be able to get down there? Yeah, they left a few buildings alone. There's still some pockets of resistance, which I'm going to spawn stuff from to push them.
Let him come into the kill zone.
Ah, no, the rock. The rock will stop me. He just one taps me. I'm trying to not... Well, I didn't expect this to turn into a game of kickball, but here we are. Gotta love the Doom Ball, man. Ay. Right into the sunset, exactly.
Someone want to Overlord. We have secured the clusters of buildings southwest from your current position. We're holding here for now. We have a good view over the valley.
So we are going
Copy that,
to
1-1.
basically set up some patrols around these positions that were never cleared. I know they cleared out one of those positions on the side.
Ready. Copy.
And some internal patrols as well. I want them to fight
Ready.
this funny little thing.
Copy.
Anything that spawns in, we can immediately claim that, you know, chaos spawned it back here. Just gotta be a little careful so, you know, things don't explode
Standing by.
on some of the spawns.
And for that, I apologize. It's time zones. I can't do anything about it.
Well, yeah, technically. It's like watching 24 FPS upscaled to 60 FPS. It's smooth, but it feels off. Jesus. What's the true option? It's no... Congress, it doesn't actually matter. I would need the British and the European Union to not do it because they're the ones that are 3 weeks behind. If the whole world did daylight savings at the same exact freaking time, I wouldn't have this issue.
Wait, 3 weeks or 3 hours?
3 weeks.
What do you mean 3 weeks?
British people are still an hour in the future.
British.
Yes. So if the world just started and ended at the same time, we wouldn't have this hour difference.
Standing by.
I killed you.
No, we don't want to do QRF. I want them to pull back instead.
All call signs, this is Overlord. We're just throwing a quick air recon to see if there's any more hostiles incoming. But be prepared to move back toward friendly lines. So we're going to regroup and move on the enemy objectives to the south.
Do we have anything fun?
Copy that. We'll wait for further instructions.
No. No. Ooh. Ooh. What does this do? Is that a demon host or an actual demon? It's server crashing. Oh shoot, then we can like wrap up. Wouldn't that be fun?
All call signs, this is Overlord. I've marked a group up marker of the town west encircled in green. Get yourselves rearmed, resupplied, anything you need, and we're going to group up there ready to move south. You can move at your squad leader's discretion.
I'm all one acknowledges. Move it over to
Stand
group
by
up
for
south now.
Titanfall. Yeah, so it's the Chimera autocannons that are just sniping them out of the sky. Overlord, this is HiCom message over.
Go ahead, HiCom.
Bit of a technical thing. I have the bulk of the southern groups kind of spawned a bit more forward towards the base. If you were to move from your current position to the rear of those elements, there isn't going to be much spawn because the frames break. There also may be positions that weren't fully cleared in the original positions that you just went through that might be getting reinforced at this time, so I recommend you double back over.
Affirm, the group up marker I placed us to the west. We were going to double back anyway.
Affirm, Tango Mike, just letting you know.
Copy that.
Just called it SpaceX debris falling down, that's beautiful. Oh yeah, no, there is an actual Titanfall mod.
Lancer to Overlord. Go ahead, Lancer. While rearming, I saw a knight landing from where we came from, basically. I think around a click from where the fob is on west. Look at that. All close eyes, regroup with the fob, we'll have to move back in for.
Solid copy. Ready for orders. Solid copy. Roger. On the way.
Yeah, I want them to play with the demon host back here. Here's my question though about the demon here. Is this a demon host teleporter, or is it that new demon lord that Web Knight released like within a week ago? Because if it's a demon host teleporter, then it's fine. But if it's a demon teleporter, that would literally kill them all. I don't think testing something like that on a live server with actual players running around would be a good idea, though. Because last time I did that, I ruined the mission and got kicked from the server. Or kicked from the slot. So, you know... yeah, test it at the end. I think that's a good one. While they're debriefing, all of a sudden, giant red guy with the sword comes in. Murders everybody. And I still get in trouble. It is what it is.
Ready. Roger. Copy.
That's another cluster bomb.
Boundary, this is a word message.
I just realized that cluster bomb, I think, had about a few hundred bomblets.
No, because we left it at town back and it's not here anymore. I think it might have got deleted.
Last I saw your Chimera was in like a bunch of buildings in like an alleyway.
Yeah, we stood where it was.
Oh, I accidentally delete that Chimera. Oops. The warp taketh and
Yeah,
giveth
we get a
hope.
replacement as soon as you're able.
Nope, wrong button. The T is next to Y. Oh. Damn, the Avenger got shot out of the sky.
To Overlord, we are remounted and proceeding towards group up marker.
Copy that.
Uh-oh. He's going into the ocean. Boop. Oh, it's great that his tail feather flew off. That dude just got launched. You just ram it. Wait a minute. What? I didn't end key that, it appeared dazed.
I hear something and I'm probably dead.
Nah, he's fine. I guess Gorb had the mask there. There's a second one further back, so we'll eventually deploy that one when they get closer. He got debugged, didn't he? There's quite a few dead people in debug. We're just gonna, yeah. Directions, it seems. Jesus. Yeah, if you end up in debug, you're in the warp, therefore silly things happen to you.
Oh, you know there's that guy.
See, there's a bunch of guys crawling around that ridge. Oh. I think these guys are managing a fob back here. So that can be a local respawn point. They can bring forces up. I don't think it matters what part of the warp they get sent to. I mean, if it's the Core Knight part, they're going to get decapitated. If the Slaneshi part is that one, then they get their pelvises removed and worse. If it's Nurgle, well... That's probably the least out of the four, but if it's Zinks, then their brains just get obliterated, you know. Something like that. Night Lords, I believe, are Zintian and Wingian. Don't worry about it. I couldn't English there for a second. Alright, moving some of the bodies on the ridge. What are we at? 520. We're at 841 kills, so we're gonna be on quota. Ingarish. Yes, Pelvis Obliterator 9000, sure. Or just stabbed a million times or turned into furniture. Who knows? Ian, what type of creature are you? Most humans only have a single pelvis. You know what? I don't want to know. Oh, the other one got mad. I think it fires on its own. Then again, I think we're about to find out. Jesus. Yeah, that did not make it that far, did it? I couldn't even find a firing angle on them, and it wasn't shooting on its own, so... Oh well. Yilmis, thanks for the 32-month resub with tier 2. Hope you keep doing the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Yeah, we in fact did not find out. I apologize. Ian, don't worry about it. Your pelvis, okay? Oh no, not another 500 bomblet CVU. No! The server!
No, I
Damn, Andrews, them barracks bunnies are putting extra effort in, aren't they? Not another cluster bomb.
That was a good shot there, that's bad.
Awaiting orders. Roger. Copy that.
Alright, put some QRF in. Are they playing Minecraft or Arma? Good question. It's more like Fortnite with this level of defense, but you know, to each their own. Shepard, take care of them, buddy. I can't do anything for another, like, 35 minutes. Best I could do is let them clear these two positions out and then just call index early. So if I continue to stall them, it should be okay. I actually don't know why they're holding in this area here. Did another air asset die? No? I don't know.
Ready for orders.
I mean, I could try putting some Space Marines down from the ridge, but they're gonna get very quickly intercepted.
Standing by. Roger that. Copy. Copy. Understood.
Yeah, it's weird. They're just kind of in a holding pattern, I guess, waiting till the entirety of my reinforcements are expended. He did it again. With another fucking cluster bomb. They can't keep getting away with it. How many cluster bombs? Is he okay? Alright. 100 more bodies.
Standing by. Understood. We'll go. Ready for orders. On the way. Understood.
Put in a bit of militia and then we'll call it.
Better to move forward. We're gonna start moving.
Yeah, right, all those UXOs, that's what I'm thinking.
Sorry, the group marker.
Overlord, this is HICOM, message over. Is he alive? Overlord, this is HICOM, message over.
Go ahead, I'll come.
Be advised with the time remaining and what we still need to do, I think a good stopping point will be after we secure the, what appears to be 2 positions along those original positions break. Since the enemy has started reinforcing the break. After we secure them, I think it would be a good position to hold our ground and reinforce and index. Over.
Copy that.
As you might be able to tell, I am spamming. We're gonna spam. We are going to just spam. When in doubt, spam. 300, probably a little too much to spam.
Boundary to Overlord.
But I can spam with everything else.
Has your Chimera been dropped, though?
Ah.
Unknown, yeah. We're getting the JSON back up.
That was a big chunk of my QRF that just got eaten. Do a night?
Yeah,
we can do a night. It'd be funny. That's the bigger one, right? This? Yeah. Yeah, should be fun.
On hill south.
I'm not gonna lie, that was actually pretty cinematic. Jesus. There's fire coming from, like, literally every direction. No, it's fighting back. It disabled one of the tanks, and it's slowly coming down. And the Ogrins are just hiding in a little pillbox back here. Uh-oh. There's a bit of a big uh-oh coming. It's just standing there. Oh, I think I can see the little loading thing we're seeing on it right now. Yeah, it's just... Are you gonna do something? There we go. Kind of. Sort of. Don't you hate it when the trees stop you? He's stuck in his own, in a prison of his own design. No. Where's he going? Yeah, I saw that. We're eventually gonna have to end key it. The end key didn't work.
Copy that.
Gotta make it a little cinematic then if it's gonna be interesting like that, you know? But yeah, the end key wasn't working. It's like, oh no.
This is Foundry. I got mad Kaz here on the front line.
Foundry, this is Bastion. We'll be on the way in a second.
Alright, well, we got over our quota though. We're at 990, a little bit over for points, but the remaining infantry here should be able to clean that up. So I'm going to cease spawning, and we'll let them...
Yeah, I am wearing the wrong fucking jacket.
Hammer 1-1 is down on our position. Foundry up.
Foundry, Bastion will be over you momentarily.
Yeah, like I've said, these guys like to kill at least 1,000 units every op, so I try to maintain that. Usually we get up to like 1,500, but again, I'm being very passive with this AO here, because one, it's on a isolated stretch where I can only spawn stuff from one way, and the other is I'm trying to wrap things up. I got some IRL stuff, and then we'll be back way late tonight for some Stillwater. So let them clean up, and then we should be good to go. I think these guys have been waiting on permanent Overwatch to get their vehicle. But yeah, I'm happy with how this AO went. I thought it was a good balance of combat with maneuvering. It looked like when they took casualties, it was... because they were basically, you know, throwing themselves against things. Air definitely took the most casualties, but air in this unit are definitely the ones that get dealt the short end of the stick. Even though I don't have any Hydras in the AO, they were immediately taken out, so... that's just air getting the unfortunate reality of flying low and slow, and then Chimeras with autocannon just snipe them out of the sky. Yeah, there were a few survivors. Looks like one of the Ogrins got blown away, though. He looked kind of sad. Poor guy. Trying not to drag glitch it. I just want to see how much fuel was left in it, but it still has quite a bit, so. C'est la vie. We still have this fun little demon host here, and then this Chimera that's playing Infinite Circle Submarine in the lake. Alright, let's see what else I can optimize here. At this point, I can probably delete all this rear stuff because we're not going to get to it. And that should significantly boost frames. Awesome. Yeah, right. Disappointed. Wolfstorm Phantom, thanks for the 41-month resub. What the heck? The Servo Skull just blew up. That's unfortunate. Nonetheless, Wolfstorm, thanks for the 41-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operation, so we get a nice kick out of this scenario. Oh, that was just rude, and the dude's still alive, too. Are those little skulls that fire at him? They made the fire effect a lot cooler, though, which is kind of cool.
Still breaking. This is fast. Sorry, send overload.
Lancer, this is overload message. Send it. There's a demon.
Yes, please charge it.
Overload position ever.
See what happens.
Moving to engage.
Well, someone just got annihilated. Did he just stab it? He's trying to stab it. That's adorable. Oh, big gun. This is giving him the look of, are you really doing that?
Don't get close to the demon.
Are you really?
Don't get close to it. Just look at him like, bro, really?
This is overload message.
Really?
Hammer 1-1, send traffic.
Start me as soon as you're able, moving southwest up the road. See if it's clear.
Oh my god.
We'll get matted up and move up.
Hammer 1-2, we've got some contacts down in overload position. You can head down here and help us clear it out, over.
Okay, 1-2 copies.
Just a quite literal bruh emoji, just with that side eye, with that jaw. Okay, we got Steve. Steve has been blown to Stevereens, and my AI is also about to be blown to Stevereens. I got away. Did bro really just run out of ammo there? And somehow he got lit on fire. Alright, well, they still didn't come over this position, but that's fine. Alright, here's the deal. I'm going to wrap up the stream here, just so I can get with Debrief, check in with everyone upstairs, and, yeah. We'll be back in, like, 6 or 7 hours for the Stillwater op, but, you know, that's late at night. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Enjoy your Saturday. Cheers, and have a good one.